We're live here at the West Michigan Policy Conference. Art Prize, as I understand, starts next Wednesday.
I know you're cooking along, and I don't want to take a huge step backwards. I was a little disappointed about the topic that you and the congressman were just discussing on Saturday, because I felt like one of the most important days of the year where we should be honoring those who lost their lives and their families was hijacked by burning Korans, and I was really disappointed. And I didn't see that angle in the press, and as a 9/11 guy, I was really disappointed that nobody caught that.
You were in Manhattan on 9/11.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. I lived there, and and that story was lost. And I picked up the Wall Street Journal on Saturday morning. I was reading it, and one of my best friends from college lost her brother, and she was quoted in there. It resonated with me, and I wish it did with more Americans, because separate the issues.
Well, to be talking about building a mosque near the Ground Zero site,
Get
and
out
talking
of there.
about
Yeah,
the
it's
Koran
about the motive,
burning.
Michael. It's motive. I'm, obviously I run a broadcast company. I'm a First Amendment guy. Okay, but you look at the motive, and motive counts, and the congressman would have told you that too. And that was all wrong. That motive was all wrong, and nobody believed it, and it stinks, and it needed to be addressed.
We'll come back with Matt Hanlon, the regional president of Citadel Broadcasting. In just 4 minutes, it's Michael Patrick Shields, brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, and live from the 2010 West Michigan Policy Forum. You can join us here in the lobby of Devos Place in downtown Grand Rapids. We'll be here today and tomorrow. If you're watching on Fox 47 television in Lansing or anywhere else in the state on YouTube, we're right here. It's Michael Patrick Shields back in a flash. Every morning on this program, I'm glad to have you with us, and we are right where we want to be, the 2010 West Michigan Policy Forum, and heard on radio stations all across the state of Michigan. We're with the regional president of Citadel Broadcasting, Matt Hanlon here.
Good morning.
I have bad news for you. The Yankees lost last night.
Yeah, I'm a Mets fan. It's been a bad season.
Oh, is that right?
We collapse usually somewhere in mid-July, just about every year.
Are you excited? Have you seen the new Jets-Giants stadium yet?
Not live. I mean, I've seen it on TV.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. So, my brother's been there, and it looks fabulous.
I know the Giants, but no, the Jets are very, very happy finally to have a place that they can call home. Apparently, they put up big screens so that the place can be green when the Jets are there and blue when the Giants are there.
Oh, even more than that. I mean, down on the field, all around between the field and the stands, they make it all green. They try to make the whole place green. But you pull up, and it's called Giant Stadium.
Did you still?
Yeah, no. I mean, it says Giant Stadium on the outside of the building.
It was
hard. It was a little bit of a stretch.
Did you catch that HBO show? Are you a Giants guy or a Jets guy?
I'm a Giants guy.
Giants guy.
I'm
Okay.
a Giants guy. But I saw a little bit of. I'm not interested in it.
In the HBO show?
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just.
Well, they got
Hard
big
knocks.
egg on their face losing on that Monday Night Football
Yeah,
game
it
like
was.
that.
Yeah, it was a bad soccer game. I did watch it. Yeah. It was,
We were starting to talk about Art Prize a few
Yes.
minutes ago, and
Yeah.
that it starts next Wednesday here in Grand Rapids. And you've said to me in the past that in 10 years, people are going to say about Grand Rapids, that's the Art Prize town.
I think so. I think that this is one of those defining events for any type of city. And when we started doing things, Citadel Broadcasting here in West Michigan, 9-10 years ago, we talked about disrupting markets. And what we meant by that was nothing civic, but it was just doing events that caused economic growth, this type of thing. And the word I keep hearing being used by Rick and Bill, his partner, in the art prize, the brilliant art prize endeavor here is collisions. This is where social media collides with walkability. This is where art collides with music. And if you stop and you actually listen to that and read it, you can really appreciate it once you experience it. Because you walk around down here and you're going to hear music for the first time. We've added a huge musical component with 2 concerts on both Saturdays during Art Prize, courtesy of Carol and Dave Van Andel, our good friends at Stella Artois, which I'm sure you've sampled.
A few minutes ago.
Yeah, and some other folks like McDonald's, and Clark Hill, who are also friends of ours. But it takes a lot to do that, and it takes a lot to put on an event like Art Prize. It's an annual endeavor. But it draws around the world, Michael, and when you walk around here, it's just an extraordinary, I don't even know what to call it, because it's not an event. It's an initiative. So last year they talked about the conversation. This year we're talking about the collision. and I get it. And when you live it, you get it. And I encourage everybody, you know, from around the state. This is something that you just need to experience.
Everybody gets a vote. Their opinion counts.
Everybody gets a vote. You can vote online. You can vote in person. You can vote on your phone. You know, it's very, very cool. You know, I mean, it takes something, you know, that's relatively niche in people who really appreciate fine art, and drags it right into mainstream America. The common denominator, and you know, it's just like music. You know, art is a common denominator. You can appreciate everything. You know?
I'm a little disappointed because I don't know if you know this or not, but there was a Chihuly exhibit going on at Frederick Meyer Gardens.
I was there on Sunday with my whole family, yeah.
And Mrs. DeVos, Betsy, was on the phone with me a few months ago, and I said, "Had you been out to see the Chihuly exhibit?" And she said, "I'm going out there." And I said, "You're, you know, an entrepreneurial type. I want to enter a piece of art, an art prize, and I want it to be a Chihuly hookah pipe."
Yeah, well,
I think she gave me her vote of approval to back that, but we never got the T's and I's crossed.
Yeah, no, you misread her.
Did I? You know her real well. I thought it was a guarantee. I guess not.
They're people who really appreciate art, and you know, I saw the article about the piece that won last year, and I can't think of his name. The gentleman from Brooklyn that won which I thought was a photograph, which is one of the, you know, an unbelievable painting, and they just put it in their brand new restaurant right here down the street, which is awesome. I think it's fabulous, you know, and there's so much great art everywhere you go, and it just lends to the backdrop that is the landscape of West Michigan, and adding art to it, you know, it's just good.
It's a $500,000 roughly first prize.
I think the all-in it's $500,000. I thought first prize was $250,000, but I could be wrong on that, Michael.
We'll check the purse.
I didn't get it last year. I missed.
Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah,
just
you know,
think
my brother's
about
an artist. I think you know Brian Hanlon.
Does he have an art prize project?
Actually, Brian's one of the better sculptors walking the earth today. My brother, and he does not. He's very busy right now. He's in the process of sculpting Shaquille O'Neal down at LSU.
Oh, no kidding.
It's a 12-foot piece that'll go right out in front of the arena.
Did he used to play with his mashed potatoes when you were all at the dinner table?
Yeah, all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sandcastles. And
creative.
Play. Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Shaquille O'Neal at LSU. That'll live on forever.
Art prize next Wednesday. Series of events every night. Things going on. Community events. Get some information on it. It runs through October 10th. The concerts are both Saturdays. The 29th and the 2nd. I'm sure those aren't the dates, but the 2nd is one of them.
Saturdays.
And then we've got fabulous musicians. Natasha Bedingfield, Hot Shell Ray, David Archuleta, Ryan Starr, Surfer Blood. Come down.
Thank you very much, Matt Hanlon.
Thank you, Michael.